So you understand the benefits of setting up a limited liability company. Now I'm going to talk about the articles of formation and what's involved in that paperwork to actually apply to be a legal entity in your state. I'm going to be using the state of Texas as an example because that's where we're located, but each state will have a very similar setup when it comes to filling out the articles of formation for your company. We'll start off with Article 1. So in the state of Texas, you actually fill out Form 205, a certificate of formation for a limited liability company. Article 1, it's your entity name and the entity type. So when you're considering your entity name, first off, it can't be a limited liability company that's name is already in existence in your state. If so, then it's very likely that your articles of formation are going to be rejected by your Secretary of State. So you want to have a name that's creative. You want to have a name that makes sense. It's going to make you easily identifiable. You're going to want to have a name that your customers are going to know what you do. And the most important thing is whatever your name is, it has to end with limited liability company or LLC. Article 2, this is the article that really hangs up a lot of people. This is the registered agent in your registered agent's office. A registered agent is a key part of your limited liability company. A registered agent is going to be somebody that resides in the state that you're forming your company. And the registered agent's main purpose is to be able to take in legal mail on behalf of the company. It's going to be the address that if anybody were to look up your business in public record, it's the address that's available. So if your business were to be sued, the registered agent is where that lawsuit is going to be served. It's important that not only is it somebody that's residing in the state that you're forming your company, but they also have to have office hours that allow you to be served. The last thing you want as a business owner is to be sued. Your company has served a lawsuit, but the registered agent isn't at their office. And so you've got a court proceeding that you're not even aware of, and by default, you lose that case. So it's important, they reside in the state, they're available during business hours. There are services available that offer to be your registered agent. James Family Tax is one of those businesses. We do offer registered agent services for our clients and our customers. So do your research and just make sure that you make the best decision for your business in that. Article 3, this is your governing authority. There are two main ways to set up your governing authority in the state of Texas for your limited liability company. The first one, you can have managers. You can have a limited liability company that's managed by managers. And this means that in your operating agreement, the members of your company decide who the managers are going to be and what authority those managers have over the business. One of the interesting things about a limited liability company, you can elect managers for your business that actually aren't members of your business. I always recommend having a manager-managed structure because you've got some flexibility to really distribute the governing authority how you and the members see fit. The alternative is member-managed. When you're member-managed, it basically levels the playing field with the members. So if you've got a multi-member limited liability company and it's all manager-managed, then essentially all of the managers have a role in the management of that company. And that may not always be the best option, which is why I recommend the manager-managed structure. All right, so that's governing authority. Article 4 is the purpose of your company. In your operating agreement, you're going to have a statement that will essentially say that your business has the right to transact any business that's lawful in nature for your state. So for your purpose, you can keep it generally broad. You don't have to be very specific or very lengthy when you're putting in the purpose of your business. If you're a creative marketing agency, then your purpose is going to be to create creative content for customers or for businesses. If you're a tax business, it's to provide tax preparation services. So you can keep it very simple. You don't have to be very lengthy. Your operating agreement, that's something where you can actually put in a little bit more information. And I didn't mention this a moment ago, but the operating agreement, that's something that's separate from the articles of formation, and that's something that I also cover in an additional video. All right, so we've covered the name, we've covered the registered agent, the governing authority, and the purpose. There's a couple of additional pieces to Form 205, to your Articles of Formation. That's your organizer. Your organizer is just the person that's filing the documents. Once the Articles of Formation are filed and that business has the right to transact business in your state, the organizer's role is finished. They only have that initial role in setting up the company. And then there's the effective filing date. So in Texas, you can actually, you've got 3 different options. The first option is you can have your business effective the moment that the Secretary of State approves your documents. You can create an effective date that's 90 days into the future. And there's another option where you select a future date that's contingent on some fact or some additional event. So that is Form 205 with the Texas Secretary of State. This is the basic rundown of filling out that Articles of Formation. Again, it can vary from state to state, but the essence is generally the same. It's important that you file these correctly. You can always reach out to James Family Tax and we can help make sure that this is done correctly. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you again for watching.